Listen, man, I love my family, right? One thing about me, I've been out here 20 years, right? And whenever I get like a down moment, I think of something about my family that make me feel good, right? Like my mom, really, right? Like I'm 6'4.5". My mama thought I was going to the NBA. Yeah. Like she thought she was gonna never have to work again. Like I was her meal ticket. I was like, lady, don't quit your job, right? Remember my senior year, she came in and cursed me out like, you can't make a layup? You can't make a free throw, they fucking free, right? She's like, you ain't never gonna be able to get a scholarship playing like this. I guess I'm gonna be working at Walmart, so I'm 75 fucking with you. I'll be like, hey, how you doing? Welcome to Walmart. My name Marilyn, I'm Sydney mama. Like, who is Sydney? The nigga on the register. Say hi, they talking to you. Like, hey, how y'all doing? Dog, when I was 14, I ain't gonna lie, my dad caught me jacking off, you know what I mean? Yeah. Nah, I think about it because it's funny, because listen, everybody has that moment when you first like touch yourself. Mine was Holly Berry and the white dude, right? Monsters Ball, yeah, and she looked at him, she's like, can you make me feel good, right? I'm 14, I'm going to work, right? Like, and I'm like, I never did it before, right? So like, I didn't know where to finish, I didn't plan it, right? So I had a white wicker trash can, I was like, bet, that'll do, right? And I was like, like, you know what I mean? As a grown man, you can control you know what I mean? But at 14, my knee buckled, right? And I'm releasing the best feeling I've ever had in my life, right? And then my dad was in the doorway, he was like, when you're done, I want to talk to you. But I love them, dog. Right, I love my family, dog. That's why when I be looking at like shows, like these documentaries, I watch documentaries and see like these Dateline when people be killing their family, that'd be crazy to me, dog. Like you can work that out. Like I was raised like you kill for your family. You know what I mean? But you don't kill your family, dog. And when I watch them shows, they like plan it out. Like that woman want to kill her husband? Oh man, she set it up like clockwork, right? It take her like 6 months. She might like say something slick to let him know. She'd be like, okay, Daniel, I heard you loud and clear. He got like 2 months, he dead, right? But they still slick on the documentary, they finna kill him, they still slick. They still get him gifts on their birthday, right? A whole cake, keep blowing it out. She walking away, this your last motherfucking birthday, man. Over 6 months, you watch her like plan this out. And when she finally finna do it, she go to the store. They all get the same shit. Some gloves, a shovel, some cement, and they bury their family in the front yard. I'm sitting there watching the show like, this is crazy, right? I love my family, dog. My cousin was kidnapped as a child. True story, right? My uncle played basketball overseas, like in New Zealand, right? And he got with a white woman, right? And you know what I mean? To each his own, to each his own. They had a baby, right? Which was my cousin. Now they came back to Texas and Dallas, they lived in Dallas, right? They got in an argument. One day he came home, it was a note on the bed, you'll never see your daughter again, right? I'm taking her back. She went to New Zealand, right? My uncle was like distraught. He come to my mom, who's the oldest in their family, right? He's like, she took my baby, right? Now I know I've seen my mama act tough. She from Gary, Indiana, right? I didn't know she had Liam Neeson in her though, right? She's like, where's the girl? Where's the girl, right? My uncle losing his shit. She took her. My mama took her where, all right? New Zealand. My mama doing the calculation. She's like, where that is, right? My mama's only been to Indiana, California, and Texas. She's never left the country before, never. But she was like, I gotta go get the baby, right? So she gangster, she took a passport, $60, right? She went with some federal agents. They went to New Zealand. They walked up on this white lady in a grocery store. Yeah. She's scanning fruits thinking it's all good, for real, yeah. My mama gangster, dog. She walk up in her, right? This white lady's like scanning, you know, boom, boom, beep, beep, right? My mama walk up on her. Hey, how you doing, right? She turned around, she panicked. She said, don't panic, where my baby at, right? My cousin was right there. My cousin, she said, come here, right? Authorities took her away. My mama got on a plane, took her back to the States, right? Right, yeah. So then my cousin is now raised in my mom's house, right? My uncle not doing that well, fine. My mom's, that's her brother. They both in the house, right? My mom was a teacher, so she always made sure she was smart. Got her like toys that was like books. I was like, get her a fucking toy. She liked to read. I'm like, you forcing it on her? You know what I mean? She do good. She ranked in mock trial throughout the, you know what I mean? It's like she doing very well. She goes to DILUTED University, right? Now I go see her graduation. It's a beautiful thing. Michael Ealy is there talking about my cousin. He's like, we don't need more Oprahs. We need more of Sydney's cousin. I'm crying. I'm in the back crying, dog, right? She want to be a lawyer. She, like, I've been on TV since she been a kid. I won a TV show, Funniest Wins, in 2014. She was like a freshman in high school. So my whole career, she's been like looking up to me, right? She accepted at Brown University. I make her my assistant. I said, boom, let's get this money, right? I'm in New York, I'm doing well. I'm like, look, all you gotta do, watch my mom, right? Because my mom can't do for herself right now, right? So just watch my mom, right? I work, just set me up on my tour. You know what I mean? She's in emails with my management. Boom, we have a little system, right? It's my little cousin, right? I got my mom set up, right? She's in a new place. She got like 60 grand in a savings account, right? Now, I'm not bragging, but I be working, but So her bills come out of my business card, so it's no reason for my mom to even go into the savings because she can't do that anymore. She can't go to the bank and do things like that anymore. So that's why I have my cousin helping, right? So I'm in New York writing on the show, you know what I mean? After I'm done, I come back, I go to the bank, I'm finna put some money in my mom's savings account. It went from 60,000, I checked the balance, it was $37 in my mama's account. Yeah. You would immediately start praying, that's hilarious, right? So I asked my mom, I said, Mom, what happened to the money in your account, right? My mom was like, oh, my brother, he opened up me an account under his name, right? I said, okay, mama, okay, 1 second, right? I'm finna call him. You never know what to trigger you, right? So I called my uncle, I said, hey, did you open up my mother's account without my permission? He's like, oh, well, I opened it up so she can get her Social Security and get her retirement because you can't get it in the savings. I said, why didn't you tell me before you did that? And he goes, well, I'm her brother. And that's the first time I snapped. I said, motherfucker, I'm her son. My dad dead, my brother dead. I'm the last. Don't you ever make a decision without involving me again. He was like, okay. I said, the money that was in the other account, did you transfer it to this new account? He goes, oh, no, I didn't. I said, well, it's about $60,000 missing. He was like, I ain't had nothing to do with that. And he hung up, right? And I started laughing because I was like, I'm about to go to jail. That's crazy. Like, it's been nice knowing y'all. Like, I've had a good career, right? People always ask you, would you be willing to sit in the bathroom for 20 years? Absolutely. Hand me my pillow. I'm funny. I'm going to be the funniest nigga in prison, but I'm going. I was so irate, dog. I didn't know what all these thoughts in my mind, dog. Somebody didn't fuck with my mama, dog. And I'm like, right? And I'm with my boy Snow, and Snow is like, yo, you should chill. I'm like, yeah, I'm trying, you know what I mean? I'm trying to chill, because I don't know what's going on right now. You know what I mean? So my cousin, you know what I mean? She hits me. She's like, I think my daddy had something to do with it, right? She crying. I said, yeah. She was like, yeah. I said, oh, okay, cool, I'm gonna call you back, right? Because now, for the first time in my life, I don't trust nobody. Right? I don't trust nobody, and I'm not even trying to be dramatic. I don't trust nobody, dog, except my mama, right? And then my cousin called me back, and she was like, hey, Sydney, I have something to tell you. I said, what's up, right? She was like, I found out what happened. I said, what happened? She said, your mom used to send me money while I was in college. And I think she just forgot. She just kept sending me money. So she just keeps sending me money, going to the bank, sending me money. I said, yeah, how much money she sends you? She was like, oh, close to like $40,000. I said, oh, where the money at? Well, that's the thing. I never really kept checking my balance. I just kept spending, and I guess I went through it. I said, well, here's the lie. I said, my mama can't go to the bank and do that and transfer money. She doesn't know how to do the apps. I said, so you lying to me, right? And I hung up the phone, right? And my boy Chris, he's a Christian, right? Yeah. I'm a Christian too, but it's important that you know. He's more Christianer than me. When Chris found out what happened, he raced to my house, right? And he started praying for me immediately. He did. Chris a praying dude, right? He touched my shoulder. He's like, close your eyes, right? And he started praying. But you know what I mean? My eyes wasn't closed. I love God, but I wasn't on that shit right now. And I'm just opening up. He was like, God in control. I was like, it don't feel like it. He's like, God in control. I was like, all right, bet. And he started praying. I just walked off during his prayer. I went to the store, right? And I bought me some gloves. A shovel. And some cement. Because I was going to bury my fucking family, right? It's triggering because people always give me their opinion. They be like, I would have did this, I would have did that. Like, I don't think about that, right? But you got to put things in perspective, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? My friend told me, my homegirl Ebony, she said, Sydney, if you go do something to them, what if God take your mom? Just to show you that he's still in control and you're not in control. And I took 2 of the bullets out the gun. I said, keep going, keep going, keep going. They're not gonna get this whole clip, but you make it sense. But the reality of it is you can act as tough as you want to, but if I do something, nobody gonna take care of my mama. Right? So I just live with that shit, right? So I was sitting down, you know what I mean? Like I was like thinking about dating, but I was like too angry to date, right? And I have a bad thing, you know what I mean? I'm not into signs, but I guess I'm a Virgo, I don't know, but I wear my emotions outwards. Like you could tell what I'm going through, right? And one time I went out with this young lady, it was cool. I went out with her again, right? Now it's the 3rd time we out. She's like rubbing my head, right? And just got a fresh shaved head, that shit's amazing. And she said, what's going on with you? I can feel your energy. It's real negative. What's going on with you? It's like I feel your spirit. I was like, my cousin robbed my mama. You know what I mean? My mom can't do for herself a lot, and they took advantage of her, and they stole a bunch of money. And she was like, I'm gonna teach you how to hide your anger. She's like, there's evil people in this world, and they can even be your family. But when you walk in, everybody can see your cards. I'm gonna teach you how to hide that. You understand? And I was like, yeah. Like, maybe an hour later, she gave me some head. And when she got up, I was like, we go together. I had never been mentally fucked like that. Right? So I'm dating this girl, right? And she mentally fucked me, but failed to mention that she was mentally fucking crazy. And I mean real crazy. Like some people say like, you know, women will be like, man, you like crazy women, you like crazy women. It's like, yes and no. Like there's a scale, you know what I mean? From 1 to 10, like 1 is Janae Aiko and 10 is Lisa Left Eye, you know what I mean? I like my crazy right in the middle like a Kiki Palmer, you know what I mean? Just tweet about me, tell people to unfollow me, but don't, you know what I mean? I never dealt with somebody who had like bipolar issues. Have you guys? I never dealt with that before, right? I've dealt with like other shit, like high blood pressure, like nigga shit. Put that salt down. I know how to do that. You know? I'm trying to live. You know what I mean? I know how to. You know? Bipolar, I had never dealt with in my life, right? But I'm learning with bipolar, like they got like a weird laugh when they angry, right? Like she would get mad. She's like, ha right? I'm for real, dog. And I would be in the house. I would be like, hey, you good? She's like, I'm good, nigga. I'm like, all right, bet. You know what I mean? I'm like, all right, you don't act like no punk. Like, all right, well, maybe she from the hood. I don't know. Right? Then when she got mad, I found out like bipolar people, she got mad. She don't never want to be here. Right? When she got mad, she's like, whoa, I don't even want to be here right now. And I was like, oh, where you want to go? So anyway, she's talking about killing herself, right? So I step outside and I call her family. Like, hey, I call her brother. Hey, man, your sister talking about like killing herself. He's like, oh, when she get like this, only she can calm herself down. I was like, nigga, what do you mean when she get like this? So this is what happened, dog, right? She drinking one night, she watching one of them little reality shows, right? And she was like, if I was on that show, I'd fuck everybody. True story, I can't make it up, right? I said, she was drunk, so I was like, I'm gonna pin that, right? You can't get into it right now, right? She drunk, you know what I mean, it's gonna be crazy, you know, the neighbors listening, like I'm gonna wait on that, right? I give it like, you know what I mean, like a day or two, right? You know what I mean? She in there cooking, making fish, I'm playing the game, you know what I mean? We got somebody bipolar that can spaz out, you gotta make sure they're in a good mood before you give them like negative information, like tickle them a little bit, like, hey, bitch, you know what I mean? Right? So I'm playing the game, and I was like, hey, mama. She was like, what's up? She flipping the fish with a spatula, right? I said, the other day, you watching the show, and you said, if you was on the show, you would fuck everybody. And she said, she was like, you heard wrong. And I said, my ego was in play. I said, what you mean I heard wrong? And she said, motherfucker, you heard wrong. What if I did say it? What that mean, right? And I said, well, I feel like you're trying to play me right now, right? At that time, she was like, she took the spatula and she took her hand, she started flipping the fish with her hand. Right? And she said, motherfuckers get played every day, don't know they getting played. Hand to God, right? I said, what? Motherfuckers get played every day, don't know they getting played, right? So I was like, all right, cool, right? I immediately, I realized I was still on the game, right? So I had to cut it off because my boys could hear what was going on. My boy Isaiah was like, damn, nigga. She beat you, nigga? I just unplugged the game, like, shut the fuck up, right? And listen, I'm about 6'4", 240. When you my size, I gotta be aware, right? I don't want to get up like aggressively, right? You know what I mean? To try to trigger her, right? Because she going crazy. She flipping fish with her hand. You know what I mean? So I don't get up fast, right? I just get up in slow motion, right? And I kind of like lock my waist to the door, right? Because I'm really just trying to make it to my freedom, right? Because the door is where my freedom is. I'm pop locking, right? And it confused her because she started doing the same shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Right? I get my keys, I'm outside. I live downtown LA. I'm this dude. I'm walking around like outside, talking to my friends. Anybody that listen, I'm calling all my married homeboys. They laughing. Like, dog, she going crazy. Like, I think she finna tear my shit. This bitch is bipolar, right? This homeless dude like bipolar. Right? Shit, was she flipping the fish with her hand? Was she flipping the fish? He showed me his hand. I know something about bipolar, baby. I said, mind your business. You the one outside, playboy. She calls me like maybe 50 times. I'm like, let it go to voicemail. Then I started listening to the voicemails. She gave me a play-by-play of her ruining my place. Dog, the first voicemail, like I said, is like, okay, all right, the next voicemail, I have like a double glass window, right? Double glass, right? And I guess she took a TV tray and she going ham. Bah! and she's like yelling in the voicemail, fuck you! Right? Then she hang up. Call back. I got a 65-inch TV, right? She smashed it and peeled it back. I didn't know a TV had that many layers. She smashed my laptop, picture frame's gone. She bit the dog. She bit the Frenchie. The Frenchie called me, nigga, where are you? That ain't got shit to do with this, Sydney. She eat my food in front of me. If you don't come get this lady. He started patting his pockets looking for a cigarette. God damn, baby. You got to talk to somebody. Dog going crazy, right? Then she go in my room, right? And she take a knife, and not only do she like stab the wall, she like stab it and drag it, right? Like here and just like, huh, right? And it was crazy because I don't even use that wall. That's not even my shit, dog, you know what I mean? She dragging the wall, my neighbor's like, hey, you know what I mean? That's why I'm trying to sit down, dog. When you date somebody like that happened to you, you know what I mean? You be like, all right, let me look at myself. I don't trust myself right now. I make bad decisions. People are like, you blame her? Yeah, for what happened, but ultimately, you know what I mean? I feel like I was disobedient, you know what I mean? Because God gave me signs, I was like, it's okay. And he was like, all right. You got about 10 seconds, nigga, before she... So I don't trust myself, so now I'll be trying to date online and let the algorithm choose for me. Dating online suck, man. That's what nobody tell you, dog. Yeah. Cause everybody lying online. Everybody online be like, I'm a great catch. I'm like, no, you not. That's why we all here, you know? You can't be arrogant and dating online, you know what I mean? This is your last chance to meet somebody, dog. You gotta be humble. Like a standby passenger trying to get on a plane. You ever see them? They nice to everybody. Oh my God, your jacket. Hello. Okay, pink on pink on pink. Hi. I'm trying to get to Dallas. You ever see how they treat a standby person? You have a ticket? I'm standby with them, bitch. Stand by. Right? That's how it is online, man. You know what I mean? Ladies like to put that shit like, I'm spontaneous. That's y'all favorite thing to leave online. I'm spontaneous. I'm down for whatever. I'm spontaneous. That's what y'all be doing, dog. You look like one of them spontaneous ladies. I'm spontaneous. I'm always like, all right, bet. Let's go kidnap somebody tonight then. That's some real spontaneity. Throw on a hoodie, bitch. I'll be there in 20 minutes, dog. That's the best first date in the world. You riding around the city in the Uber Black looking for your first victim. Getting to know somebody like my favorite color blue, grab his legs, you know what I mean? She all into like, huh? He begging for his life. I have a family, you know what I mean? She's like, well, you should have been outside on date night, you know what I mean? This shit's sexy. Then you just go to a river and drop him off like a fish. Go, get out of here. We just brag about it. He thought we was gonna kill him, boo. You know what I mean? You gotta stay offline, man. I be trying to stay off Instagram, dog, because ladies, it's like y'all look at memes like they Bible verses now. Y'all be, look at you, yep, so do. Y'all be sharing them, yes, I do. I'll be on Instagram. It was one meme that said, don't ask me how I'm doing, just send a plane ticket. All the women was like, what? Talk about it exactly. Let me pack a bag, boo. Don't ask me how I'm doing, just send a plane ticket. What, plan a trip? Yes. And then a dude, like, you ever been a man? He came in the comments, you ever been somewhere you're not supposed to be? Like he stumbled in the wrong building, right? He just came in there like, that's all it takes is a ticket, right? They lit him up like, if you ain't got the money, just say that! Boom, bitch, right? For hours, dog. this shit out. 3 in the morning, his phone's still going off. We ain't forgot about you, broke bitch. I mean, they lit him up, dog. Lit him up. He blocked his page. He divorced his wife. He's just lost right now. In the comments, just lost his mind, right? But I'm like, damn, he had a point, ladies. That's all it takes is a plane ticket. I don't know a lot about sex trafficking, but I think that's how it starts, Keisha. You a kidnapper's dream, dog. You a sex trafficker's dream.
Look, we don't have to get to know her.
We just send tickets. She will come to us. Bye, bitches. See y'all later. Ah, you in a trunk now. Because you wanted to be a bad bitch, Kevin. You think I would let a lady who I didn't know fly me across the country, dog? Absolutely, right? But I'm bigger than y'all, you know what I mean? I appreciate y'all. I'm serious though. I want y'all to stay offline. I feel like TV shows are diluting what love really could be. You know what I mean? And we fall into it because it's addictive. It's addictive culture, but it's like it's really diluting what real love could be, dog. Like you really think if you want to find somebody that you can close your eyes and pray to God, right? And be like, Lord, send me a good leader. Somebody that knows you, Lord. Financially stable. God, been to therapy. Ain't got no baggage, Lord, just ready to lead. And you think God tells you, yes, my child. Go on a show called Love is Blind. No, dog. Have you seen this show? The concept of the show is crazy. You want me to fall in love with somebody through a wall without it? What? How down you gotta be where you ain't even gotta see the nigga? You just need proof of life. You seen this show? They got people crying to their mama like, he's not who he said he's supposed to be. He's not. He keeps switching. It's like, where'd you meet him? Through a fucking wall. It's like everybody sounded angelic through a wall. Mike Tyson sounded like Aladdin through a fucking wall. Talking about love is blind. No, it's not. Even Ray Charles was feeling bitches' wrists. Appreciate y'all coming out, man. I be talking about hard topics sometimes because it's therapy for me, right? I talk about suicide a lot, right? People get nervous, you know what I mean? Before I start, don't kill yourself. You gotta say that in a crowded room because one of y'all might be going through it on the low. You know what I mean? You don't want to tell nobody. You get home, like don't do that shit, right? Push through. Because here's what nobody talk about. Like, when you the friend of somebody that want to kill themselves, that shit annoying. Every Tuesday you calling me with the same shit, like, nigga, just do it. Every Tuesday, dog. Dog called me Sunday one time, dog. Call me Sunday, I see the number, I know what he on, right? As soon as I pick up, you can hear this voice, man, I just feel like, man, I don't even want to be here right now. I'm like, dog, it's the fourth quarter. You never call me in pregame. You always want to off yourself and there's 2 minutes to go. That suicide shit get on my nerves, dog. Don't do it, but shit. Be happy, dog. I get it, dog. Like, when I first moved to California, like, I had a suicidal neighbor, true story. Every night he trying to kill himself, he suck at it. Every night you hear him struggling, You just, furniture moving, He 5'9", 300 trying to hang himself. I'm next door feeling sorry for the rope. And then he'll just stop and start watching TV. I gotta knock on the wall like, Larry, focus! You got this, bro! One time he tried to shoot himself, he got drunk, tried to shoot himself, he missed. True story, dog. How you get missing? How you get drunk and miss you? Shot a hole through my wall. I was so mad, dog. I was pissed. I was like, Larry! Hey! Larry! Hey! Larry! Put the gun in your mouth! He gonna fuck around and kill somebody, dog. People always ask me, if you commit suicide, you think you're going to heaven? I was like, if I was God, you wouldn't. Absolutely not. I'm busy as hell up here. Everybody asks me questions. You see my grandmama? You see my auntie? You see my daddy? You see my aunt? You see my granny? You see my daddy? You see my and then you just show up out of nowhere. Pooh, you just show up. I'm like, nigga, who called you? I just couldn't take it. You couldn't take what? Did I call you up here? I decided to go downstairs. I take care of my mom. Yeah, I do. My mom got plaque around her brain, right? So it's like she doesn't have dementia, but it's like dementia-like symptoms, right? So she like forgets things easily now. She can't remember things, right? Which is why I gotta like help her out a lot, right? And when I first found out about it, like it was, I think, just difficult to swallow, right? Because your mom is like your hero, right? For your whole life, you know what I mean? And so I remember moving her out, right? I moved her to this apartment complex. And I was moving her things up, and her clothes were in a box. And I was like, hey, Mom, do me a favor. Take these out the box and wash these clothes and then put them in the closet because you don't want to get bed bugs, right? Because they've been in boxes. Okay, baby, no problem, right? I'd go to the car, grab some things, come back up. She took some of the things and put them in the closet, right? She's like, look, baby, right? I got some of the things in the closet. I was like, no, Mom, you got to wash the clothes so they don't get bed bugs in them. She was like, oh, okay. Went downstairs for like 30, 40 minutes, got some of the heavy stuff, came back up. She took all the clothes out the boxes and she hung them up all in the closet, right? And she was excited. She's like, look, baby, I did it, right? I said, you did a great job, right? And I hugged her, right? And I went outside and I started bawling, right? Because to her, I was like, damn, this is my hero. And you could see like the difference that where we were about to go. And I had to just swallow that, you know what I mean? Now, that was a year ago. Now she on my nerves. I want to get this straight. Where the camera at? If you've ever taken care of your family, your parents, I love my mom, but when they lose power and lose control, it's hard for them, so they actually become like kid-like, right? My mom has that, plus she don't remember shit. My mom's supposed to take 3 pills every morning. I gotta fight this nigga every morning, dog. I call my mom, how you doing? You gotta take your medicine for your brain. I gotta take medicine for what, Sydney? You got plaque around your brain. Oh, I got plaque now. Now I got plaque around my brain. I got plaque. I got plaque. I had cancer, beat that shit, and now all of a sudden I got plaque. Mama, who said it? The doctor. Well, maybe me to say, take the medicine, lady. You know what I mean? It's frustrating, dog. I got her therapy, dog. I got her therapy where they come in and like when you know, your memory, they got a therapist that will come in and help you like play games for your memory, right? My mama don't like this shit at all, right? This white lady coming into her home. How you doing, my mama? Hello. How long is the session? An hour. Siri, set a timer for an hour, please. My mama sit down, right? We play it's like a little trick game. How you doing? My name is Stacy. 5 minutes later, now what's my name? You don't know your name. I know my name. The lady quit and called me right now. My mama be lying like a kid. My mama be like, I did such a good job in therapy today. Right? She be like, can I get a pizza? You did good? Yeah, I sent her a pizza. The lady called me, hey, I gotta quit. Why? I can't take it no more. I got my mom in this facility, dog. Supposed to be 55 and older. It's more like 75 and older, right? Everybody in there, dog, old. And when you go in there, there just be old people walking around, right? Just trying not to die, right? You can't make eye contact with them, dog. You make eye contact with them, that's a conversation for like 5 minutes. Like, how you doing? Hey, I'm good. You know, God is so good. I'm 85 tomorrow. Right? But they die all the time up there. Not to be funny, but like they be dying, right? And it don't affect them because they've been there a long time. So it's like clockwork to them, right? My mom had a friend die, like, you know what I mean? She was new to it, right? This is how they told her, right? A lady named Janice, you know what I mean? Used to be in a wheelchair, roll up on my mama literally, right? She was like, let's go kick it. She's like, okay, Janice. She would push her around, right? They go have a good time, right? And one time, I guess Janice passed, right? So this is how my mama found out. Some white lady said, hey, Marilyn, Janice passed. Bingo at 7, they serving pizza. You coming? Come on, they giving us Coke too. You coming? Fix your face. She gonna, come on, baby. Ain't got no feelings there. They say over the pandemic, a bunch of people like learned a bunch of stuff about themselves, right? I learned I got like a panic attacks, right? And severe panic attacks, right? My body shaking and shit at night. Right? And when I got it, I didn't know what it was, right? My blood pressure was just rising up, right? My body getting hot, I'm bald headed, so I'm sweating a lot. And I feel like I'm about to die, right? I didn't know what the fuck was going on, right? I thought panic attacks was like a white people way of saying they didn't want to do some shit. Growing up, that's what I really thought it meant, you know what I mean? I thought if a white person said, I'm having a panic attack, they would just stop, oh, okay, and they didn't have to do anything anymore. So I'm shaking and shit, I don't know what's going on, right? I'm looking up at shit on TikTok, I'm just putting my foot in ice, trying to get my body heat down. It was like when Zoom was happening, right? So you couldn't go to a doctor, you had to go to Zoom, right? I got this white lady, right? I'll never forget, I was like, hey, how you doing? My name's Sydney, I'll be shaking at night and shit, right? She was kind of rude. She was like, why? Right? I was like, oh, hold on 1 second. She said, what are you doing? I said, I'm looking for my degree, bitch. I don't know why. That's why I'm calling you. I said, can I get some medicine? She said, you're not getting no medicine. Boop, and she hung up, right? Yeah, they're not trying to give you medicine like that, right? I was like, okay, bet. So now for 6 more months, I'm shaking and shit. I don't know what's going on with me, right? I damn near fainted at a show. Right? I just get lightheaded. I was like, damn, I guess I'm just finna die, right? That's what I was thinking. I was like, my brother did, you know what I mean? My mom had cancer and shit. My dad did. I was like, oh, I must just be next up, right? So in my head, I'm like, okay, I'm just preparing to get the fuck out of here, right? Then I got this old black lady doctor, right? I love old black women, dog, because they look at you like you could be their family. And they could be a little aggressive, but they mean well. Right? I got her over Zoom, old black lady. I was like, how you doing? She's like, what's going on with you? It was over Zoom. She thought she looked cute. She turned around. She's like, hey, how you doing? You look nice, thank you. What's going on with you? I said, my body be shaking, my body be shaking and shit at night. She was like, where your daddy at? That's what she said. Said my dad passed. Check 1. You got these siblings? I got a brother. Where he at? He passed. Check 2. We unpacking. Right? She said, where your mama at? I said, she in the living room. She's like, is she alive? I said, yeah. She said, thank God, you was stressing me out. I said, but she got cancer. She's like, oh, shit. I'm sorry for saying shit, right? She got, boy, you got anxiety, boy. I said, what does that mean? She said, it's like a computer screen open on a computer that you're not using. If you have enough open, the computer will freeze. You have a bunch of trauma in your life you haven't addressed. So your body is shaking. I was like, so what do I do? I'm gonna give you some medicine. I was like, okay, bet, right? Now, I had never taken any mental health drug in my life. I was just taking Tylenol, you know what I mean, a nap, and that's about it, you know what I mean? And she gave me some Zoloft, right? Now, I never had Zoloft. She gave me 100 milligrams of Zoloft, right? I said, what this do? She said, shut up and take it. Zoloft is like a gang member almost to emotions. It won't let you have none. You take some Zoloft, it don't give a fuck. Somebody gets shot right in front of you. You on Zoloft, like, niggas get shot, you know what I mean? Duck goose, nigga, you know what I mean? I'm shaking so much, I'm on 200 milligrams of Zoloft a day, right? Yeah. My mama taking radiation. At the time, it wasn't working, they told her. So my mama set me down. Right, true story, we on the couch. She's like crying. She's like, hey, baby, this is what I want you to do with the house. I said, what you mean? She was like, the doctor said the radiation isn't working. And I'm not gonna be here much longer, right? I was like, really? She was like, yeah, I love you, son. And like, I wanted to cry so bad. Right, but I had 200 milligrams of Zoloft in me. So I was just like, niggas die every day, B. Went back to the doctor, like, I don't like what you giving me, right? She's like, lower your voice, you the one that was panicking, nigga. Right? I said, what do I do? She said, you tell people your cup is full. I said, what? She's true story. She said, you tell people your cup is full. You can't handle a bunch of information right now. So you tell people your cup is full. I said, so that's it. I just walk in crowded rooms like, hey, how y'all doing? My name's Sydney. My cup full. And everybody gonna know I be panicking and shit. Yes! Like, okay, bet. All right, bet. So right now, I'm not the person to call with bad news. I might hang up on you. People get mad when you set boundaries for your life, you know what I mean? Well, that's what I gotta do, you know what I mean? Some people left, I'm like, I get it, you know what I mean? But I'm not changing it, you know what I mean? I feel like since I've been dealing with stuff, all my friends been dealing with shit too, you know what I mean? I got a homeboy that walked up on me, he's like, yo, Sid, the doctor told me I got 2 bad kidneys. I was like, damn. That's all I had for him, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm gonna pray for you, you know what I mean? He was like, they said I need a kidney to live. I was like, oh, damn, double down. He was like, I was wondering if I could get one of your kidneys. I was like, oh, absolutely not. He's like, you don't want to think about it? I said, I did, no. And I wasn't trying to be mean, but I was like, look, I don't feel like I should be on high priority for your kidney. Right. I went to his house, I was looking around the pictures, he had a whole family reunion photo. Right. There's like 60 people in here, like what? It's like 120 kidneys available right here. I'll help you call. We just gotta work on our pitch. Now listen, he got a kidney, not mine, but he got one. He living a successful life. God is good, yeah. But sometimes when he get mad at me, he like lose sight of reality. You know what I mean? Sometimes when he get mad, he be raising his voice at me like he got 2 kidneys. I gotta tell him like, relax, bro, you taking like a 2-kidney tone right now. You didn't have all that energy when you needed the kidney, you know what I mean? Sometimes I gotta punch him in his shit where that kidney's supposed to be. I remember one time I was home, right, and it was dealing with my mom's cancer, right? And I was outside, and it was like perfect smoking weed weather, right? Even if you don't smoke weed, just bear with me. It had just rained, and it stopped. And it was like maybe 72 degrees in Texas, and the wind was blowing perfect, right? I was like, I gotta roll up, right? So I'm rolling up, and I'm smoking outside, right, minding my business, and I see my neighbor, this white lady, my mom's neighbor. I never met her, but I know she's a white lady. And that's been confirmed, right? So I see her pull up in a taxi, and I'm from Fort Worth. We ain't really got taxis like that, right? So I was like, suspicious, right? And this white man got out the car, and he's banging on the hood, the driver. He bangs on the hood, and he's banging at the passenger, the back door. He's like, get the fuck out the car, lady. He hits the car again, get out the car, right? I put my blunt down like, nah, I'm finna go inside. Because the cops gonna come and arrest me. I'm like, look, I'm just doing drugs. They don't want tripping, right? True story, dog. I cannot make this up. I'm inside. I like close the door, but the screen door is glass. You can still see outside. Maybe 3 minutes later, I hear, help me! True story. This white lady screaming, help me! I look in the door. And the taxi was gone, right? It's just a white lady in the grass crawling, and she's pointing me like, can you please help me? Right? Before I could do anything, dog, the ancestors came in my body. And they was like, you better not go outside. Helping a white lady like helping an alligator right now. You might mean well, but that motherfucker still ain't bite you, you know what I mean? So I just closed the door. There's no end to that story. I don't know what happens to the white lady. About 3 years ago, I met one of my really good friends. His name is Jay Snow, right? Jay Snow has sickle cell, right? Now, at the time he told me he got sickle cell, I didn't really know what that meant. I was like, I heard of it. You're gonna have to explain, right? You know, and only sickle cell reference I knew was I had a barber back home in Fort Worth, and he had sickle cell, and he couldn't cut. So I told him, like, only thing I know about sickle cell is y'all awful barbers. And he was like, it's so much more, all right? So Jay explained what like a crisis is. When he gets into a crisis, he has to go to the hospital. He's been in the hospital like 30 times already this year. He told me when I go in the hospital, Sydney, I need certain things every hour and a half. It help with my pain. Sometimes the doctors don't want to give me the medication on time, and like I be really in pain, right? Like when that's my pot, I'm like, all right, bet. Like I've been to hospitals, unfortunately, too many times. Sometimes you need somebody like to speak up for you. Because they so busy doing shit, they don't have priority with your family member, right? So now we working in New York, me and Snow, right? And he don't come to work, right? I'm like, he on some, where you at, right? He called me like, I'm in the hospital. I was like, what's going on? He's like, I'm having a crisis, right? Boom, I run to the hospital. True story, run to the hospital, dog. Now I'm being dramatic, it was like 2 blocks, but I'm there. When I walk in, I'm all passionate, you know what I mean? I got anxiety, I need something to key up on, right? I walk in like John Q, like, I'm here to see my son! Where's the sickle cell room? Right? Bring me to it, right? I go in the back, they got Jay Snow behind a sheet. He ain't got a door, I'm pissed. We WGA, we writers, we got great insurance, and we can't afford a fucking door, dog. I ripped that sheet open, dog. He's sitting there in pain. When you're in crisis, your whole body in pain. I'm looking at him like, you laugh, you're going to hell. He in so much pain. Now look, it's a white dude in a hospital bed next to him. His arm just hurt. And while Jay Snow in pain, he just like reading a book, right? I went over there and knocked that shit out of his hands. Like, hey, you gonna act sad, my nigga. I need you to pray. I look at Snow, I'm like, hey man, I love you, dog. You gotta tell black men to black men. I tell him every friend I got, I'm like, hey, I love you, dog. He was like, I need you to do me a favor. I said, what you need? I'll do anything you need right now, right? And Jay was like, go to the hotel we in, look in the dresser by my bed, and when you open it up, it's a Bible with a picture of my mom on it. That's not what I want. Beneath that is a wave cap. True story, dog. Jay Snow got braids and he was like, I just got my shit done. They gonna have me in here looking crazy. And I was already pissed because he asking me to do hair shit, dog. So I was like, I got you. I go get the wave cap, bro. I come back in the hospital, now they got security, they're like, hey, lower your tone, like, my bad, you know, he got sickle cell, right? So they take me to the back, right? I throw the wave cap on his chest, bro. Right, like, I love you, here you go, dog, I got it for you. And he was like, can you put it on, man? And I was like, what? He was like, yeah, I need you to put it on me and make sure 2 braids like stick out right here. And make sure some braids dangle in the bag for me. Just looked at him, I was like, Snow, dog, I love you, man. But my cup is full right now.